Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Coughlin Crusaders boys track. They are the District 2 team champs. Joining us is senior Franco Balbuena. Franco, thank you for joining us. And, boy, what a run it was for you and your teammates there at the District 2 Championships.
Hi, John. Thank you. It really was a huge accomplishment for the Coughlin track team. I'm really happy to be a part of it.
So many pieces to the puzzle. You just happen to be a huge piece for this team in the way you won in dramatic fashion. We'll get to that momentarily, but talk about Coach McGrain, the old wise professor, as I like to call him. He just knows where to put guys and how to get 3 points and how to get 5 points and how to do it. He's kind of a magician in that regard.
Pretty much, yeah. Honestly, I wasn't really focusing on the mile until he told me that I actually had a shot. I barely qualified for the 800, so when I heard that, I just went, you know what, I'll just focus on the mile. And my coach gave me the best advice ever, and to just start pacing myself.
Well, let's go to that mile for you, and let's talk about that pace, and tell us about Coach and the strategy that you had going into the race, and did it change a whole lot as the race developed?
Oof. Well, my coach, he actually pulled me to the side, like, right before we left, and he said, take out your notebook. We're going to start writing down some splits for you, kid. I said, all right, sure. He told me to try and hit 67 seconds per lap, and it would go 67, 214, 321, and then finally to 428. And he felt that if I hit that, I'd probably get first or second, and he just wanted to see where my time would be. I really didn't think it would take me to states and finishing first.
Well, take us through those laps, and did you pretty much hit those right on the money?
Yeah. First lap, it was 67 seconds. Second lap, it was 2:15. Third lap, it was about 3:24, 25. And then finally, I hit the finish line at 4 minutes, 29 seconds. Those laps were pretty, I guess you could say, not really that motivational, because I was 7th place for 3 of the laps. And just staying behind guys that are that looked faster than you, yeah, it really didn't help a lot.
Franco, how did you pick off all those guys down that stretch? Take us through picking off 7 different guys and literally winning at the wire in dramatic fashion.
Well, I saw them start picking it up a little bit after we crossed the finish line after the 1,200 meter mark. And I saw how they started picking it up, and I was like, oh, poop, I have to start picking it up too. So I tried picking it up quicker. I picked off 2 guys in those 100 meters, and then I got the rest in the last 300. But the very last guy from Wallenpaupack, he was a tough challenge.
You could say that last line again about the guy from Wallenpaupack.
The guy from Wallenpaupack was a really tough challenge for me.
And a young underclassman, that young man from Wallenpaupack, but a great competitor he was. But talk about the finish and then being able to say, hey, you are a district champion. You're going to head out to states.
Oh. I think his name was Tyler Worth of Wallenpaupack. He is a freshman currently, and he definitely gave me a run for my money. I did not expect myself to even place first, because he was seated first. He was the one that had a faster split than basically everyone else in that mile race. He just helped me push myself to something I never knew I could achieve.
He's a young man who plays soccer in the fall, doesn't do cross country, but just such raw talent and an incredible athlete. But for you, you're an incredible athlete at this point, winning districts and heading to states, and boy, a lot of hard work over time. Talk about the emotions that you have, and here we are, days later after the district championships. I'm sure you're still kind of pinching yourself, saying, "Man, what did I do? I did it.
Yeah, pretty much. Once I crossed that finish line, I did have my worry that he stuck his foot out farther than I did, and I thought he won. But when he started dropping back a little bit, and when he told me that he saw me cross the line first, I was really happy about that. My coach was also happy about that. And once I went out off the track, my whole team was actually waiting for me, and all of them just crowded up on me. It was one of the best moments of my life.
And to experience that with your teammates, and then you guys bring home a District 2 team title, and we go through those dynamics of the team, a Nick Carmen and a Jacob Khalifi and a Vincent Todd, and we could go down the list, but everybody put in their part.
Oh, absolutely. I'm honestly happy I wasn't the only one putting in the work. Actually, I think they were the ones waiting for me to see what I would do.
Talk about some of the other guys on your team, and I know I mentioned a few of them, but there's other guys on your team that gave this Coughlin team the depth this year for you to bring home the district title.
There was a lot of people that helped contribute to that title. Nick Carmen was a good one. He's our number one sprinter for the 100 and 200. He occasionally helps contribute into the 4x4. He beat me one time at a meet against Pittston, which was kind of surprising for both of us. He's one heck of a sprinter, I can tell you that right now. Vincent Todd, he is a sophomore right now. He's right behind Nick. He shows real talent and promise, and I'm pretty sure he's going to do extremely well in the coming years. Jacob Khalifi, he's one heck of a thrower. Honestly, he actually motivates me in a way he doesn't even imagine. You should obviously know this. He's a really tough guy. Honestly, I don't know what could take him down.
Yeah, and he's a mild-mannered guy, but boy, he really is put together, and his dad works with him all the time, and I'm sure he just kind of relishes what he was able to accomplish. And now I think he's believing in himself even a little more about, hey, I'm pretty darn good at this track and field stuff.
I hope so. I would honestly hope so. He's been doing this stuff a lot longer than I have. I only joined track like 3 years ago, my sophomore year.
Well, it's an incredible accomplishment for you, and I know you're really looking forward to a bright future. But first up is the state meet, and you get an opportunity to hit Shippensburg University with your teammates, and that's got to be really exciting for you.
Shippensburg University, the state meet. It's a little scary for me, honestly. It honestly helps me wake up and realize that it's actually the real deal.
Well, the real deal it'll be.
Yeah, I know.
How about your future endeavors? Let's talk about what you're deciding on doing, Franco.
Well, I'm planning on attending Wilkes and majoring in neuroscience, but I might end up switching my major because, there's more demand for engineers than there is neuroscientists these days.
Let's talk a little bit about the job you get done in the classroom to head into either of those fields. Obviously, you're doing a heck of a job.
I'd hope so. I've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of time into my homework. I've stayed up late at night, usually until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, just trying to get my assignments finished on time. I really don't have a computer that I use, so it kind of makes it difficult to write any papers.
Well, you're getting it done somehow, some way, and you have a bright future ahead of you. Talk a little bit about your family support you have and people believing in you like Coach McGrain believes.
They've honestly they're the ones that pushed me into doing track in the first place, and them supporting me at the district meet, I really needed it, to be honest. My mom, she came out, she took time out of work. She's pretty much the reason why I want to be faster, because if I'm not faster, I can't really do much. I can't be able to get enough scholarships and be able to afford college more easily. I just want to help her as much as I can. And for my little brother, I want to help him too. I want to basically try and inspire him, because at one point I doubted myself with everything I did. I'm pretty sure he sometimes does that with himself, and I hope that with what I'm doing, I can inspire him to pursue something he knows he will enjoy, and hopefully he'll become successful through it.
Well, you bring up a great point, Franco. I think we all at times doubt ourselves and go through some trials even as adults and say, I'm not sure if I could do that. But you're a guy that has believed in himself as time's gone on to keep working, and you're a grinder. There's no doubt about it, and you found a way to win that 1600 at the District 2 Championships. Outstanding job. And the cupboard is not going to be bare at Coughlin High School. I mean, even guys like Ron Sipkowski, Kevin Kozerski, guys like that contributed in the hurdles, they helped out, and really, again, as you talk, I'm sure for you, that district title as a team means a little bit more than that individual title for you.
Oh, absolutely. I know that even if I didn't win my event, we still could have won the district meet, maybe with a little more difficulty, but I honestly don't doubt my team as much as I doubt myself. They show more confidence than I do, especially at meets. And they're more hopeful.
Well, Cole Horan also a part of that relay team. Mike Brown as well. I'll try and include every name I could find there for the Coughlin Crusaders boys track and field team, but I think we said a lot of them, and everybody up and down that lineup there for the Crusaders. Well, Franco, it's been an interesting time having a chat with you. Congratulations, man. I know it was a lot of heart and soul that you put into this track and field season as well as your cross-country season, and if anybody deserves it, it sounds like your story is definitely one that does, and the best of luck to you and your family in your future endeavors, okay?
Thank you very much.
Franco Balbuena. He is a District 2 1,600-meter champ. He's headed to Shippensburg University for the state championships. Here on the John Mendola Show, we are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.